So first we was bumping. Firstly, we were bumping heads about me and it not being able to text him whenever I want to, because I wasn't gonna have him have me in a position like he had me the first year, where I'm thinking that everything good and that we are, being faithful and committed and dedicated to each other, but he's treating me like a damn side chick, like an energetic mistress. So I did not want to be in that position again. But it felt like, and that's what it seemed like he was trying to do when I contacted him, not being able to text him when I wanted to. So we were bumping heads about that shit. It was like, I swear, our relationship, our connection has been like Mr. and Mrs. Smith wore the fucking roses. You know what I'm saying? So we bumping heads about that already. He doing too fucking much per usual. Come Valentine's Day, so on February the 13th, February 12th, I'm texting him and he like, I want to see you tomorrow. Like I'm seeing you tomorrow. We're gonna see each other tomorrow. So I'm like, okay. So this is he said we were gonna see each other on February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. I was like, okay. So come February 13th, I'm sitting, waiting all day. I'm like, I ain't heard from him. Then I'm in the bed later that day, and I'm in the bed, and I could feel like my energy felt very heavy. Like I felt heavy. I was like, what the hell? Like I could feel when he's upset. So I was feeling very, 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 very heavy. And I texted him like, bruh, relax. Like, what's going on? Why am I feeling so heavy? Like, chill. So he texted me back, but he texted me stuttering. Like, I don't know if you ever had it. Somebody stutter text your ass, but he stutter texted me. And it took him a few texts, like at least 3, 4 texts to get out what the fuck he was trying to say. So he was saying that he had his daughter and that his daughter is out of school and he gonna have his daughter for I guess a couple days or whatever. He got his daughter that day and he gonna have her because Valentine's Day I think fell on a Thursday, so I guess he was gonna have her until the weekend or through the weekend or something like that. I was like, okay, whatever. So that was the day before Valentine's Day. Come Valentine's Day, I ain't hear shit from him. Not a happy Valentine's Day, not a shit. Like it was radio silence. I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I was out. I was like, I'm about to open myself up to explore my options because when I made contact with him, he was the only person that I was talking to. I was just focused on him, but he had his own life going on. He wanted to have me over here while he do over the same shit. Nigga learned nothing. The Negroid learned absolutely nothing. All of that fighting, hustling that was going on for a whole 2.5 years, he nothing changed. Like he wanted me to be in the same position that I walked away from. Like that's not going to happen. I'm not going to let you put me in that fucking position. I'm his spiritual spouse. I'm not your baby mama. I'm not some bitch on the fucking street. I'm not none of your karmics, which is baby mother is one of them too. Like I'm not none of them. Like you're not going to put me in an unfavorable position. I will leave. And it seemed like every time, every opportunity that he had to make things right with me, he showed me why I left in the first fucking place. He showed me why I left over and over and over again. The first time he showed me why I left was during the 8 months. He had 8 whole months that he had me isolated that he could have came to me even if I made it difficult. You're not powerful enough to fight through it and come to me and make shit right. You know what I'm saying? Or you think that you're too good, which I don't think so, because he basically was elated when he took me back from my soulmate. He was elated. He was so fucking happy when I, in the spirit realm. When I approached him again, he was so fucking happy. So it's like you did all that to keep showing me. He kept giving me confirmation after confirmation after confirmation that I made the right decision from the jump. So basically, all he did was delay the inevitable. So He's not taking into consideration of my time. He thought it was on his time, and he thought that he could not change anything in his life, even after what I told him. You know, he didn't make any changes in his life, and he thought I was going to come in and basically conform to that bullshit. Man, I'm out of this motherfucker, and that's what I did. I was like, man, I'm done. I told him that I'm exploring my options. You know, I'm not fucking around with you. I let him have it. I don't play with him, so I don't know why he played with me. I really don't, because I do not play with the man. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I say how I feel, and I say it to him, not behind his back. I'll say it to him. I have no issues with it. So when I didn't hear from him on Valentine's Day, the next week, I was on a damn date. Like when I set my mind to open myself up to attracting more divine masculines, I did exactly fucking that. Like I attracted another divine masculine like that. You know what I'm saying? And me and him talked. I'll get into how I can tell when somebody's a divine masculine. I'll get deep into that. But for the most part, I could tell if somebody's a divine masculine because I can feel a connection. I can feel there is always like an energetic cord between me and my divine soulmates. So I can feel the cord. And also, one of the ways I can feel the cord is because, first of all, there's a sense of familiarity. You know what I'm saying? Like we feel very familiar with one another, feel comfortable, like we've already known each other because, of course, being a soulmate, that's somebody that you have been in a connection with in a previous lifetime or previous lifetimes. You know what I'm saying? You might have been in connection with them several lifetimes, crossed paths with them, and been in a connection. But, you know, you feel like you know them. Just there's a soul, a knowing between souls. So that's one way that I know when somebody's my a divine soulmate. Another way is I can feel them in my sexual energy. So I've made contact with several divine soulmates of mine. I've attracted them to me. So this particular soulmate, as well as my others, like they'll concentrate on my sexual energy or on my sexual organs, not just energy. They'll concentrate on my sexual organs and give me sensations down there. You know what I'm saying? Very strong ones. So the soulmate that I attracted when I decided, fuck what he got going on, like whatever, you know, I was through with that bullshit. Like he he was focusing on my sexual energy for a couple of days, but I ignored it like for the first day or two. It might have been a day or two, a day. And then I said something to him, like, I know, I feel you, like, chill. It's kind of like a mating call, kind of, you know, focusing on my sexual organs, you know, down yonder. So with my particular, that's the way I can identify my divine soulmates, divine masculines that are my soulmates. Everybody might be different, but that's just me. But you definitely should, as a divine feminine, be able to identify, you know, your divine soulmates. So I was on a date the next weekend and I had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful fucking time on my date. Like I wasn't letting that man um deprive me of any fucking thing any longer. Like he deprived me of a lot. He deprived me of emotional support, you know, physical touch, intimacy, financial stability. He deprived me of so much. I was not letting him deprive me of shit else. Like I was basically free, but I was giving him one more chance to show me something different, and he just did not. He did not come through. So when my the new divine soulmate that I attracted in, he's a Libra. But when me and him talk, like we talked a lot. So Valentine's Day, I could say maybe the next day I opened myself up to attracting a new soulmate. I attracted him that fucking fast on Facebook. So we talked a lot. Like me and him sat on the phone for I swear like 4, 5, 6 hours just talking, talking, talking. Because I have a lot of Libra in my chart. I'm a Scorpio, but I'm a Scorpio Libra cusp. And I have like 5 Libra placements on top of that. My birthday is October 25th. So I have a lot of Libra energy. So me and Libra men, basically, like every Libra man damn near that I've met, our charts are damn near perfect. Like very, very, very compatible. So he and I talk for days and days. So we ended up talking and during that time, we planned on going on a date come the weekend. So my spiritual spouse, when I decided that was it, that was Valentine's Day, literally by the next Saturday, I was out with a new divine soulmate. He took me out to dinner. We had drinks. He got a room, and we had a ball. Like I wasn't fucking around. Like I'm not missing out on nothing. That's the way. Like first of all, like that's how I determine compatibility. First, I need to have a mental connection. Like we have to be able to talk. We have to be able to click. No, first and foremost, they have to be a divine masculine. I'm not dealing with nobody that ain't divine masculine. Period. So that's the first criteria. Secondly, they have to be my soulmate. There has to be a soulmate connection. But that's why I attracted him because he's a soulmate. So those two are down. Mental stimulation, our conversations were on point. I'm going to figure out if we're sexually compatible. So when we went out on our date, I figured that out, and we were very much sexually compatible. Like we had a good time. We had a good time. Another thing about divine connections and how I say that I can feel I can identify my divine soulmates because they can pretty much focus on my sexual organs and I can feel them down there. That plays a part in the bedroom because before him, I had only had sex in the physical with one divine masculine, and that was the soulmate that my spiritual spouse separated me from for those 8 months. But the one I attracted after I left my spiritual spouse, like I was like, man, whatever. He's the second divine masculine that I was had sex with in the physical. You know what I'm saying? He's the second one I've had sex with, and it was different. It was very, 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 very different in a good way because, like I say, how they can focus on my sexual organs. It was like he focused on my sexual organs while we were having intercourse. So not only was he hitting every spot right, but he was focusing down there. So I was feeling the stimulation of him focusing down there, as well as like the physical action of it. When I say that me and that man, we went all night and a few times in the morning. He kept the kitty purring because he was doing it right in every which way but loose. But I'm saying all that because it was worth what my spiritual spouse did by not acknowledging me on Valentine's Day and whatever. This one more than made up for it. Like I had a blast with him. But another thing is, when we was in the room, he got us a hotel room. Neither one of us could breathe through our noses. I was like, what the fuck? He wasn't saying nothing and I wasn't saying nothing. So when I said something, he was like, you feel it too? Like, damn, I'm like, what the hell? We couldn't breathe through our noses. I was like, what the fuck going on? And then when I was sleeping, in the middle when we was having our little sleeping and getting back up and doing this some more, I woke up out my sleep, heart pounding out my fucking chest. My spiritual spouse knows, like when I have sex with somebody else, he knows when another man is around me, let alone having sex. Like if I'm on the phone or texting with another man, if another man is interacting with me in any way, he can feel it. So me waking up out my sleep and my chest pounding like I just ran a marathon, he knew what I was doing. But did I care? Absolutely the fuck not. Whatever. Like don't nobody care about what that man think or how he feels about shit. because he don't think or care about how I feel about nothing. So whatever. So basically, from that point forward, I was exploring options. Now, the one that I went out with on Valentine's Day didn't work out because our personalities ended up clashing. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't, somebody that I could see myself being with long term, put it like that. But he was a divine masculine. He was a divine masculine soulmate. And I met a few more that I'll get into in another video. I've met a few divine masculine soulmates, but that's where I was at with it, exploring my options. I wasn't worried about that fucking man. And guess what he was still doing? Still trying to control me, still wouldn't let me go. It's a bunch of stupid shit that I don't involve myself in. I do me. So I'm going to leave it there for now. But I'm basically done talking about him. No. So after exploring my options for a while, by April that just passed, I decided, I'm like, you know what? I want a spiritual divorce. I'm already exploring my options. I don't want to be with him no more. Like, he already done showed me that he really is so inconsiderate of me. He just really, for me to come and be close enough to see his daily routines, to see how his schedule looked, to see how he actually moves, and see what was going on. I'm like, this man, all he really wanted to do, he wanted to occupy my energy. Like, he wanted to have control of my energy. He still wanted to be connected to me. He still wants to have me energetically. And he still wants to be able to have me in the spirit realm. Like I said before, from the time we crossed paths, he's had me over in the spirit realm, sitting on the throne next to him. Wow. He's with his baby mama and whoever else the fuck else he with in the physical. So he was able to enjoy me and have memories with me and live a life with me in the spirit realm. You know what I'm saying? And still be able to have access to my energy because that's very valuable to him. But he didn't care about moving forward or doing anything in the physical. And that further proves it. You know what I'm saying? Me contacting him and that bullshit. Like, he doesn't care about my needs, wants, or desires. All he cares about is what he's going to get out of it. Him having me in the spirit realm, I don't even remember that most of that fucking shit. Only shit that I need to remember. Like, all that was for him. And that's all he cares about is him. He's selfish and self-centered. So I was like, I've already said publicly, and I've said it, I've stated it, I put it out into the universe that I want a spiritual divorce. I said I want a spiritual divorce and I want alimony. Like, I'm done with his ass. Like, he's not going to keep playing with my time. He's not going to keep playing with my life. He's not going to keep playing in my energy. He's not going to keep doing what he's doing. I'm done. So I put it out there, and as of today, we are spiritually divorced. I'm just waiting for my alimony because I will be reimbursed for him holding me up, just for, the same way that you can get alimony when you're married in the physical, you can get alimony, spiritually. So I will be compensated financially for my time and for my pain and for my suffering and stuff like that.